Ooh, just gotta lift this up a bit. Hi, everybody. Just getting my tablet up and running. Oh my gosh, my hair is looking crazy. How is everybody today? I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday evening. I'm DIYing today, I'm telling you. I was out to the store. I didn't buy nothing. I bought pantyhose, but I was trying to find plaster of Paris at my Dollarama, and negative. So I didn't get any of that. But I am going to make some pumpkins for my outdoors. And I just have to put some weight in it. Hey Jane, how are you? I'm just mixing up some glue and water because I've got a ton of it. Hi, Miss Kathy V. Hey, Sassy Frass. So I was puttering around this morning looking at my little ambiance on my table. And it's like, well, you know, I want stuff for my outdoors. I did my mantle the other day. Yesterday. What do I mean the other day? Yesterday. Because I got into a cleaning mode because nobody's here. So I thought, okay, as soon as Brooke goes downstairs, I'm going to clean my whole I did a lot of stuff. I was moving furniture and the whole 9 yards. So I did that. And then, hi, Larissa. And I put my driftwood that I had in my hut over here. I didn't spray it down with lacquer because I don't have any. And I can't get into Shane's shed because there's still a lot of stuff in there. So when he gets back, I'm going to take it all off, spray it, and then reapply it. But oh my gosh, it looks fabulous. I'm not bragging or anything, but I just think it looks really cute. It looks like the sea in my house, kind of, sort of. And then it goes with everything. But, hello, Gladys. How are you? So I cut a bunch of paper. And I've got so much flyers and newspaper because I always would keep it for my bird, like when I changed his cage. I got a huge stack of it. So I thought, well, you know what? I don't even have to go buy anything. I've got everything here. So I hummed and hawed, should I come on? Should I wait? Should I come on? Should I wait? And I thought, I'm just going to go on. Nobody was on when I looked. So I thought, well, hey, anybody can make this. And usually everybody has newspapers or just junk paper, like flyers, all that kinds of crazy stuff, right? And plastic bags. See here, we're running out of plastic bags because they're getting rid of them now. So we have to get our own. I have my own, but I'm trying to get rid of a lot of cloth bags I have because I've got, I don't know, in my pantry, out. I'm just saying, I've got so many. So I thought that's what I would do this evening. The dogs are outside. Brooke is downstairs watching his show. I got him out for a little while. And yesterday I took a break from the internet. I didn't go anywhere yesterday or last night or whatever. I stayed off. And I watched a movie. So I'm still watching it because it's not over yet. It's not a movie, it's a series. So I thought, no, I'm just going to hang out and I'm not going to do nothing and just have some time for myself. So that's what I did. And I tell you, sometimes it's too much. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't just sit here and watch TV for 5 hours. My goodness. But I did. It's like, gosh, Brooke, how do you do this? Because I always have to do something all the time. So So I hope everyone's having a good day, a good night. How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing not too bad. So, yeah, I just took a night off. Day off, night off. I haven't been on anybody's lives, so I just I don't know. I'm just gonna do something for myself. Hi Betty, how are you? I can't hear you. You can't hear me, Jane? Hey Hazel. I think my just hold on. Can you hear me now, Jane? I've got my volume all the way up. And I have my do not disturb on. Can everybody else hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me now? How about now? Can anybody hear me? Anybody, tell me, can you hear me? Oh, geez Louise. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? I can hear you okay. Oh my gosh. You're cutting in and out. Go out, Larissa, and come back in. I'm good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Can you hear me? I don't know sign language, so. But I got my glue and water mixed up, and I've already got my pumpkin made, sort of. So this is what I did. I took a plastic bag and some paper. Can someone tell Jane to go out and come back in? Because I'm cutting in and out on her end. So I stuff this full of paper. And then I wrap strings around it. So it looks like a pumpkin. Well, that's kind of obvious. There's always a smart there's always a smart one in here, you know. I'm just and that's obvious. So, well, you know, you have to explain everything, right? Kathy. Come on, it's not just you and I talking. Okay, Larissa, good. So obviously I took a plastic bag and put paper in here. Then I took string and I tied it really, really tight. It looks like a pumpkin, doesn't it? And then I tied it on the bottom, but I just cut the strings. So now I'm going to glue paper on here where it's more firmer. I was looking for that stuff today, that plaster of Paris, because I thought about plastering it with that on here. But I'd have to tape it because it would be too slippery. Because you want it kind of a thick, you don't want it too soupy. All right then, moving right along. Jeez Louise. Kathy must have just got up. I'm just saying. Well, that's obvious. Jeez Louise. That's how we talk on the phone to each other. Which is, you should have heard what she said to me yesterday. I can't repeat it, but she almost made me choke. I'm just saying, hey Diana, how are you? I used 6x6 blocks today, tree branches and some paint, and made pumpkins out of those great mines. Yeah, I did that one year too. I used just 2x4s. I painted them and I made the word fall with stems on the top. Like, such easy decor, you know. It's just simple stuff. Yeah, Kathy almost hurt me yesterday. But just did I laugh. Holy cow, did I laugh. But I can't repeat what she said. But it was pretty funny. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The stuff that, I don't know. She's crazy. I'm just saying. But it was pretty good, though. I didn't say, no, you did not say no bad words. No. No. No bad words. But it was pretty. If you got a really good sense of humor, yeah, took me for a loop, but holy cow, did I laugh. It's like, oh my gosh, good one, Varner, good one. I loved it. It was hilarious. So I'm going to put some paper and glue on here. I'll have to wait till it dries. So hopefully it doesn't take too long to dry. I'm mad. I'm mad. I just threw away a bunch of brown packing paper today. That would have, yes, it would have, Sassy. It would have. Yes, it would have. Like I've got so much newspaper. I thought, well, this is not, it's not light. Like there's some weight to it. But even with this, I'm going to make more, but I'm going to put some weight on the bottom. Then put my paper in so they don't fly away. I like to say bad words. Gladys. Oh my gosh. Woman. I don't know about you sometimes. Gladys. So I went and got me an ice cap today from the Tim Hortons, and I got Brooke a cookie. I got a hi, Miss Junk. How are you? You look awesome. Remind me of Rosie. Who's that? Who's Rosie Riveter? I don't even know who that is. Love Bug. How are you, sweetheart? Lulu Bug. I called you Love Bug. There's your new nickname now when I see you. It's Love Bug, not Lulu Bug. Jeez Louise. Love Bug. We can do it. Yes, we can. So I'm gonna hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I got my glue and my water here. My table might get a little messy, but it's all good. I will take the love. Excellent. Sorry, Lulu Bug. It's Love Bug. But I'm just gonna put my glue and my water on here. I'm just using like a regular paintbrush from the dollar store. I've had this for, gosh, I don't know how long. I'm going to get most of it on here because I made really long strips, and I'm only going to go to here. Like so, but I'll show you what I do in the divots here. Oh, I seen a lady do this, and when she did, oh, it's never ending. It's never ending. Buckwheata, that's enough. Enough. Nobody's out there bugging you, so just quit. Just quit. Let me see if I can get a piece on here. I'm just going to stick it on like so. And then I'm going to put the glue and water on top of here. Like it's sticking. And I might have to cut it. What did I just do with my scissors? I just had my scissors here. Oh, right here. Here they are. I'm only going to go so far. Oh gosh, it's going to get pretty messy, I think. I was going to wear gloves, but I changed my mind. Okay, I'm just going to lift this up a bit to there. This is an easy project. And I've seen a lady do it. I'm not sure who she was. Like, I usually don't go on YouTube to watch a video. I'll go on Pinterest and I'll read. I was not paying attention. Did you add water to the glue? Yes, ma'am. I did. Yeah, just glue and water. So I put glue and water on the bag first, and then glue and water on top of the paper, like so. And then I'm just going to keep sticking. I'm going to keep sticking. It doesn't have to be, I cut it with scissors. Sorry. I cut it with scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can rip it too if you want. Doesn't really matter. As long as you get it stuck on here. Like I even thought about filling what is that stuff? Cheesecloth. Like I've seen them do little ghosts out of the cheesecloth with the glue and water. You stick it on something, you rinse it out, hang it, let it dry. But I don't do Halloween anymore. I did back in the day when like when my little boy was small. I did. But Brooke really wasn't a trick-or-treater, I'll tell you. He wasn't into that. He would have rather have stayed home and handed out candy to the trick-or-treaters. That's what he liked to do. Or, you could just stick all this paper, which would probably a heck of a lot easier. Let me put that in the garbage. In the glue and water. Okay, but it's going to get messy. I'm telling you, doing it like that. Max! I'm sorry, you guys. It's just steady with Max. I don't know, he's been acting out. See, you could just do this and then just wring it out. Which I'm telling you, I don't know if I could do that through the whole process. But you know what? You'd get it stuck on a heck of a lot faster doing it that way. I guess, But it's just so messy doing it like this. Hoi! Like it's really messy. But you could. Like you could do it like this too. Just stick it in. I used to make beads out of colorful magazines. Really, Miss Junk? Try this. Give her, girl. Like, this is messy doing it like this. But it would go quicker. And, what's the point of crafting if you can't get a little dirty, right? Like, see? That's all you gotta do is just keep... I'm telling you, this dog... Farquhar! He can hear me. I know he can hear me. Just as long as you gotta make sure you put some on the bag first, just so the paper has something to sit on. I guess I should just take my time here instead of just going like mad. Because I'm going to stick some in between here too, but just smaller pieces. Oh. Or I wonder if I could stick a few like so, and then there we go. See, once you get it in that divot, then that's going to give it its dimension where you put the twine or whatever kind of string. It doesn't matter what it is. Using pretty fabric and putting beads on them. Oh, wow. I've never heard of that before. But there's so many things you can do, right, Miss Junk? Like, I'm telling you. And then just let your mind go and just create. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, so that's starting to stick. Yeah, it's sticking. Oh, so I'm going to pick that up. Just going to cut that off. Like, oh, I can't seem to go this way, right? Well, I can try. Just so everyone can see what on earth I'm doing. I think everybody does get the gist, but it's always nice to see. And then just put the glue right in that crease where you've got the string. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat at the moment, but I do have to turn it to make sure I've got glue on everything. And then when I stick the paper, I'll turn it back. Yeah, I was going to do this in my kitchen, and I thought, no, because my luck, I am going to have glue everywhere. And it already sits in that crease. And I've got a spray gun, like a paint sprayer. I was playing with that a while ago, and I don't know if it's the paint or what it is, but it's not working right. And it's getting on my nerves because I can use that instead of a brush to paint this and give it some dimension, like with darker colors. And I don't want it to be a true orange, which I've seen the pumpkins today at the grocery store. Oh my gosh. They had little ones there for $1. I think it was $1.99. Oh, they were so cute. They even had white pumpkins there. And it's like, oh my gosh, look at all these pumpkins. But the big pumpkins, I think, were $7.99, something like that. Hey, Tim, how are you, buddy? I just looked up and I seen Mr. My Cherokee brother. I call him that all the time. So I'm just going to set that there and just stick it in the crease. But when I seen that lady do this, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to try this too. I've got all kinds of paper, inexpensive, and you can get really creative with these things too. Even painting them, you can get so creative, just as long as you get it stuck down. Like so. I'm going to have to put some in here too, but I'm just going to put glue in there because I'm going to have to do the stem as well. I seen a lady do this with caulking. Hey, Helen! Caulking is how you're originally supposed to say it. I don't say it like that though. Caulking. But that would be a little hard on the lungs because that stuff is pretty potent smelling. So it's like, no, I've got some of that, but I'm not using that. I'm just looking in my phone to see what I'm doing here. But I just thought I would come on here, do a little project with you because, like, I can't wait to see this finished myself. I can't wait to see it finished and dry. And then hopefully I can get my sprayer going. Like, I got a bunch of paint with it and I got it for Christmas and I haven't used it. So I was playing around with it a few weeks back and it's like, oh, okay. And when the motor is on, the motor is very quiet. It's not loud. I could do it on a live and it wouldn't be crazy. It wouldn't be crazy loud. Just glue that down. I'm not going all the way to the bottom. I will fix that. Once this dries, because I want to be able to have this sit. So when it's all dry, I can flip it over and have it sit on something. And then I can, hey, Forrest, how are you? How's things? Well, I'll save that little piece. I'll just use a bigger piece. Oh, my fingers are sticking to this stuff. But I was thinking of using cheesecloth. I've got cheesecloth, and I looked at it, and it's like, oh gosh, I wonder how that would work. Like, even, when well, I guess cheesecloth wouldn't work with my plaster of Paris because it would seep right through. But it's sticking. I've seen these on Pinterest, and some of them are, they're pretty neat looking. I didn't make any out of cement yet. I know I have some in the shed, but I don't know where. Because I can't find nothing in there, and I should have looked for it before Shane left, but I did not. But he might be home earlier than expected. So we'll see. I've got one done from a long, long time ago. But see? And then once this all dries, then you can paint it. I've seen where they've put tape on here too, like masking, not masking tape. Yeah, masking tape. No, was it masking tape? Yeah, not the tape you wrap presents with, not that stuff, but masking tape. But that's a lot of tape. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I've got painter's tape, but I'm not going to waste that. So I thought, no, I'll do it this way and try it. Like you could use Mod Podge too, not just glue, like Mod Podge and water or whatever, as long as you can spread it good on your bag. Then it works out. Then it works out. And I'm kind of covering the string here. Just like so. Just like so. How did you make the stem, Sassy? So when you're tying your bag, like this bag here has, these two, they've got these, it doesn't matter what kind of bag you use. Push it down, tie it in a knot, and then that stem, that part of that bag, once you tie the knot, tape it, and that'll be your stem, and then put tape around it. I used painter's tape. This is pretty spindly, but I'm going to add paper to it. I'm going to add more paper to it. Like, you know what I mean? This is just a little bit of tape just to keep the bag plastic together, and that's going to be your stem. You can even make them out of black garbage bags too. You don't need, like, I thought about using a black garbage bag. Would that take a lot of paper? Oh, yeah, it would. But, hey, hey. Oh, there must be a dog out there. He's growling. He growls, he gets mad, and then he cries. Farquhar! Max! Yeah, he cries, he growls, and I'm telling you. So that's how you make the stem. Just once you tie the knot in your bag, and what's ever left over from your bag, that's part of your stem. And then just put some tape on it so you can put it together, and then wrap the paper around it so it gets bigger. What did you stuff it with? Helen, just newspaper. You can use junk mail, any kind of flyers that you don't use anymore. I'm not a flyer girl. I don't check my flyers. I would just keep them because of my bird. Like if I need something, I don't check to see if it's on sale. I'll know what's on sale once I get to the store. But half the stuff I see that's on sale, I don't need. But once it, like, even like it looks like a pumpkin like this, and then just tie your you can use string, you can use twine, you can use yarn, whatever you have will work. If you got yarn, use some yarn you don't like or you don't use anymore. Don't use your good stuff. I wouldn't use the good stuff that you're going to use, like if you're knitting or crocheting. I was going to use twine, but I did use, oh, I'll just stick this up here. Like I'll just throw my little pieces on here You don't have to do big long strips if you don't want to. If you want to do just little pieces at a time, you can do that too. It's totally up to you. But as long as you get your paper stuck, doesn't matter how you do it. Little pieces, big pieces, it does not matter. My husband is my musician. What? Oh, hobby, I think I'm going to wrap mine in sheet music. You can do that too, Diana. What did the heck? I made something, it wasn't out of, was it out of, okay, I think I printed off, no, it was out of a book. It wasn't music. It was from an old book. And I made a wreath, and all I did was I coned the pages, and I made a wreath out of a printed book. That is time consuming, but holy man, is that pretty. See, I'll just do it in smaller pieces. It was really, really pretty. I thought, oh, this is cute. I made enough water and glue because I thought for sure I'm going to need all of that. But just in little sections. And you can dip it in your glue and water too. You can dip it. Like, is it easier in smaller sections? Yeah. Is it faster in, like, see, I got all these pieces. Is it faster in longer sections? Yeah. But you do how you feel comfortable. Right? Oh, dog. Dog. Hi, Seffi. Sorry. Wow. Buckwheata. Max. You're not going to get any cookies if you're going to keep doing that. I won't give you a cookie before bed. So you better behave, or there'll be no cookies for you. Yeah, there are going to be no cookies for you, sir. If you're going to keep acting that way, you're not getting a cookie. Usually that usually stops them. Oh. Oh, yeah, I read Seffi's comment. Yeah, I don't, just kind of. See, I'm just, and it's not too bad, like even doing with small pieces, right? It's kind of easier than just using large pieces because you can stick them better. Like even putting paper mache on here, I thought about that too. Like my hands are so full of glue right now, but it's all good. I thought about the paper mache. I like paper macheing. I haven't done it for a little while, and I never used to do it as a kid. So I thought about that too, but I thought, oh gosh, it's going to slide off here. It's not going to stay on here. So yeah, see? It's starting to kind of take shape. It's starting to take shape. I can't wait to do the stem. I can't wait for that. So that'll be cool. Who's brawling in the hallway? Seth Cat is brawling in the hallway. Oh, Seffy. She's a hoot. Sometimes I read her comment, I just started to chuckle. It's like, oh gosh, look at her. Better just sit there and let her have her fun. I just kind of laughed. Oh my gosh, too funny. It's sticky though. This is sticky, but it's all good though. And just stick it. And you can feel where you're gonna feel where the crease is anyways, so. And then I'll put extra pieces in where the crease is. Oh, eek. Okay. So I'm gonna go down here a bit, just stick it, and then I'm going to put some glue on it. Whoa. What did I say? Oh, I can't remember, Sephi. I can't remember. You'll have to go look. I can't remember word for word what you said. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. There. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm all into pumpkins now. Hi, Mima. I just want something that is affordable for outdoors. Like, put a rock in there, not too big of a rock if you want to put it outside. I'm going to put some weight in the next ones I do. I've got a really massive planter outside. And do you think I could find some sunflowers? No. Ooh, not at any Dollarama. I didn't go to the Dollar Tree though. At all. I just got to turn this because I got to be able to see, because I'm going to have to stick some right here. A little piece of paper. But I thought something inexpensive. Like, you can put all kinds of stuff on here. You can put moss on here. Oh geez, I'm going to try it. This lady, I don't know if I want to put it in my, well, I'm going to have to blend it. I'm not going to put it in my blender that Lisa gave me for my coffee beans, but I'll use my bullet, my Ninja Bullet that makes smoothies. And you take the deer moss that you get at the dollar store. And I seen a lady do this with cement pumpkins. And I'll tell you, it looked fantastic. So she took the deer moss, put it in the blender, and ground it till it was powder. Now, when I make my pumpkins again, I'm going to do this too. But I wanted to make some out of plaster of Paris. Like, plaster of Paris pumpkins, I can't put outside unless I seal the heck out of it. But I'm not going to use plaster of Paris. I am sticking to this thing like mad. I am going to use cement, but you can make them lighter too if you use that, it's hypertufa, or however you say that word. Hypertufa? You know what I mean. It's not hyper. Hypertufa? I can't remember. It's something like that. Hypertufa? I can't remember. But you know what I mean when I say that word. You know? Ooh. I don't say anything to Slim, but I think Max will run with the pumpkin. Not if it's in the front yard, Sephi. If it's in the front yard, no, he can't touch it. He can't touch it. He had a hold of my bird feeder, and he knew I was mad at him this afternoon. I went outside and I moved my carpet because it has been very, very windy here today. Like I mean wind gusts up to 95. It seemed like. And I felt something. Oh, I'm just sticking to this. I felt something under the rug. So I looked. Grandma is correcting you right now. I know it's not hypertufa, but you know what I mean though, right, Kathy? I know I don't know how to say the word right, but I know she knows what I'm saying. Hypertufa? I know because she uses that stuff. I can't remember the word. But I moved my carpet, and lo and behold, I look, And Farquhar has taken my bird feeder and smashed it all up. So I took it from underneath the rug, and all I had to say was, "Who on earth did this?" He looked at me from the side and he put his head down. And it's like, "Yeah, that's right, buddy." It's like, "You know what? You need to start leaving my stuff alone. I'm sick and tired of you taking my stuff and wrecking it." And I talk to him like a human. And I do scold him. I do. Because he needs to know right from wrong. He can't just chew on my stuff and think, "Oh, it's okay." I don't think so. So he knew Mama was a little upset with him today. Like, yeah, I do give him a kiss every night before bed. I brush my teeth, wash my face. Then Brooke's already in bed, and I come out to the living room, and he's on his bed, and I lean down. I talk to him for a little bit, and I give him a few kisses, and I tell him, "Okay, I'll see you in the morning, and we'll have coffee in the morning, and we'll go outside." I do that with him every night, but I do have to tune him in with my words sometime, yes. Oh, he knew, Sassy. He knows when he does something wrong. As soon as I say, "Who did this?" Lena just looks around like, "It weren't me." Because she doesn't touch nothing. She's never been like that. But Farquhar, oh yeah. It's been a long time since he's actually wrecked anything. The last thing he wrecked was my coffee table legs, and he chewed Shane's Fire Stick remote. Did he get heck for that? Probably not. Shane probably just let it slide, says, "Don't ever do it again." Because that's how Shane is with him, eh? Like, oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Like, I say something to Max, and if it's not right, he'll say, "Don't be mean to him." It's like, what are you talking about, being mean? I'm not going to give him 50 cookies because you think it's okay. Like, come on. It's so different when it's just me and the dogs. As soon as Shane comes back, well, you know what? The world it's totally different. It's nuts. Love me some Lena. Yeah, she's a good girl. And I died, and then coffee. What did you do, Diana? What did you do? I think it is Slim. What did I say? Sorry, I'm not looking at chat. Oh, look at this is what my skin really feels like in real life. Like, this is glue. I can't find a lotion to save my life. Like, I mean, seriously. Oh, my eye's watering a little bit. But it's coming along. It's making its shape. A little bit here and there. Oh. Yeah, I can sure feel the glue, though. I'd like to just pile on the paper and then... But if I put too much paper on, then I can't get to... I want to be able to have the paper soaked down, you know? Jolly Ranchers makes me... makes you happy? Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, was never a candy girl. Even when I was a kid. I didn't eat much candy when I was a kid. I just liked food when I was younger. Like, I mean younger. Like, way younger. Man, I could eat. Holy cow. I'm telling you, I could eat back in the day, I'm telling you. I still like food, but now it's just in moderation. Like today, I went to the grocery store and I was starving. You never go to the grocery store when you're hungry because it doesn't go good. But I came home and I thought, you know what I feel like having? I'm going to cook me some French fries with, and I dip my French fries in Hellmann's mayonnaise. I like that. or tartar sauce. I like that too. But it's like, no, I think I'll just make myself some French fries. And I asked Brooke, do you want some French fries? Not yet, he says. Not yet. That's his favorite word. Not yet. And I thought, okay. I was like, do you want me to make you some chicken? Hey, sweets. And I said, do you want some chicken? Not yet. I said, okay. But Mama here, when she made the French fries, she made enough for both of us. So I put some in a little bowl for me, and I got a bigger bowl for him and put some in for him. And I as soon as I put my bowl down, he seen me with another one in my hand, and I handed it to him, and it's like, that's what I thought, buddy. That's what I thought. So, like I'm nuts. What's happening, Diana? Sweet and salty is good. Yeah, I like sweet and salty too. But yeah, he did. He took him downstairs, and it's like, that's what I thought. I knew you'd want some. So I always make enough for the two of us, because that's just how I roll. I would never make nothing, like even when breakfast, like if I'm hungry before he even eats breakfast, I don't even eat. I wait till he's eating first, because I feel bad if I'm eating before him. Isn't that insane? It's like, no, he's got to be eating first, then I can eat. So as soon as he starts eating, it's like, okay, now I can eat now. If I make myself something to eat, like eggs while I'm cooking his breakfast, I'll leave my stuff sit there. If it gets cold, too bad. But I want to be able to eat with my son and not eat before him. It's so... Scotty, hey buddy, how are you? So that's what I do. And then if we have a big meal here, like with family and stuff, I always eat last. And Mother always eats first. That's how I do it in my house. Not everybody does stuff like that, but that's what I do in my house. Mother eats first, Cook eats last. I do that now, like with everybody. Shane eats first, I eat last. Hi, Macarito. Macarito. I like Macarito better. Macarito. 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 Oh gosh. This is sorry, I'm lifting it up a little high, just over my head so I can see underneath here. So it's coming along. It's coming along. I gotta cut that little piece off. But I'll use it though. I'm gonna have to do the bottom of this pumpkin anyway. I just about got this thing wrapped. Can you believe it? Now I gotta use my phone so I can see what I'm doing. Ooh. So I hope... Helen, did I say hi to you? I hope so. I hope so. So had anybody cooked anything fabulous for supper tonight? Me, not so much, but I just had a little bit of a snack. I don't eat a whole lot of food when nobody's here. I just eat enough just to keep me going. But if I get hungry, like I was going to make a roast today, but I decided not to. I thought, hey, Steph! I thought, well, I'll wait till everybody gets back. And nobody, so you haven't eaten yet, Diana. Well, what the heck? What's going on? Yeah, I was going to cook a roast, but ew. that didn't happen. So I thought, well, I'll wait. I don't need to have a roast right now. I can wait till everybody gets back, and then I'll make a roast that day. I always have everything ready before anybody gets back. But I'm not sure what day that's going to happen, so I have to wait and find out. I got to wait for the call to say, yeah, we're on our way back. Okay. There we go. Oh, spaghetti. Yes. Spaghetti's good. I love spaghetti. I like any kind of pasta. Any kind of pasta is good. I like it. I like pasta too. Pasta, not pasta. I remember the first time I said that, and Kathy said, "What'd you say? Say that again." Pasta, pasta. It's like, am I saying it wrong? It's so funny, because everybody says words differently, It's kind of neat. It's really kind of neat. I get a kick out of it. I do. Pasta. Fried fish and mashed potatoes. Oh, fish. I've got some Jack in my freezer. Maybe that's what I should cook when everybody gets home. Battered. In a beer batter. A beer batter. You don't taste the beer. But it's really good. I want a good fish and chips. I love fish and chips. Oh my gosh. This is kind of hard to navigate here, so I'm going to pick it up. Here we go. Now I got to put a piece right here. And I'm just going to slather the glue in this crease. Yeah, I really wanted to do one out of cheesecloth. I really did. Because cheesecloth is nice and thin. I think the next one I do, I'm going to try it with cheesecloth. Because I think I have enough cheesecloth to do one this size. Because we can get cheesecloth at our dollar store. So it's like, oh, maybe I'll get some more of that and try it. But this thing is taking shape. It's taking shape. And then I'm going to do my stem right away quick here. I didn't know if I made enough glue and water, but it sure looks like I did. I'm just going to turn this for a second just to get into the crease here. And then I'll throw this brush out. I'm not going to keep it. I'm not going to rinse it and all that good stuff. So I only got this section and this a tiny little bit right here. And it's wrapped in paper. Hey, Joyce, what's going on, sister? I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Stick that in there like so. Easy craft, little messy, but it doesn't take that long, actually. And the paper seems to be sticking pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Hi, Lynn Burns. How are you? If I wash the brush, you could use it to paint the pumpkin. Just saying. Yeah, you're right, Diana. I guess I could wash it out. I do want to spray my pumpkin, is what I want to do. I want to use my little spray gun. But I'm going to have to get Lisa to look at it. And see what its issue is. because I really got the, because you use your little, you can do all kinds of things, that spray tattoos, all kinds of stuff with that, those little spray, what are they called? An airbrush. That's what it's called. Not a spray gun. It's an airbrush thing. That's what it is. It's for airbrushing. And I don't know, it doesn't seem to be working right, and I don't know what its problem is. So I'm going to get her to look at it. I tried using it once, but I forgot you had that. Oh, yeah, I was playing with it. Oh my gosh, it has been weeks now. I came in here and I hooked up my little motor to it. And it's like, and it's not loud. Like it's so cute. And it's like, no, let's give her a go. Because I have to use the lever to see how much the paint's coming out and stuff. It was working, and then all of a sudden it just stopped working. And I was like, well, what on earth is happening? I cleaned it 3 times with water, got all the paint out. It's like, well, I don't know what its problem is, but it sure made me upset. It's like, well, I want to use this thing so bad. Yeah, an airbrush. That's what it is, an airbrush. And the motor isn't loud at all. It's very, very quiet. Because I got that for Christmas last year. I'm just going to tack down over here, and then I'm going to tack... What is that? Oh, okay. And then here I'm going to tack down. I'm going to cut that. Yeah, see how that's, I'm left-handed. You just use tools however. however works. However it works. Okay, I'm just about done this boy. But I was really excited to try this. It's like, oh gosh, I hope it works. I really do. Yeah, because I'm going to have to stick more glue down in the creases here. But it's taking shape. I just got to turn it just so I can see. Just so I can see where the glue is not. But it's taking shape. Have you seen people get a tan that way too? Oh, yes. But like the spray gun that Lisa has, I could spray tan with hers. Oh my gosh, I need to get a booth made. Looky there, Seppi, you just gave me an idea. Oh heck yeah. We'll be spray tanning in December. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit in the sun. I'm not a sun baby anymore. I don't do that anymore. You can make your own spray tan stuff. I'm not going to sit in a tanning bed. That ain't going to happen. I'll have to, yeah, because she's got a few paint guns that do that. She's got a few. Well, because, well, they use them for spraying. They use it for paint. She's got one for lacquer. So, heck, she might have to get a new one just for spray tanning. Heck yeah. That's an idea, Seth. Thank you. I'm going to have to mention that to her. Gonna have to mention that because, oh, I've got a smaller one here. Well, it's the one I have right now over here is way tiny, but I've got another one. It's a little bit bigger, but that'll take forever to do a spray tan with. But the one she has, heck, that wouldn't take long at all. At all. It wouldn't take long at all. Just gonna touch this up over here. I can just see a little bit of opening. but it's taking shape. Does it still look like a pumpkin? So I only got a little bit left right here to do. And I'm just going to use these little pieces. And then I'm going to do the creases in here. But yeah, the one lady, hers looked totally different. Like it wasn't like it wasn't defined in with the creases, because you know she was doing it with her kids. So you know her kids or her child didn't really care. It's like it looks like a pumpkin mum. And then he painted it. He painted it orange. But I just want to do something for outdoors. And then I'll just put some weight in it so it doesn't blow. Or put it in my big plant pot somehow, because I have a massive plant pot in the front that I usually put fake flowers in, because now it's getting cool out. I'm trying to reseed the flowers I have right now. I've been getting the seeds out of them so I can not buy them in the summertime and regrow them. Oh, that didn't take much to put that in there, did it? Holy cow. Oh, I need a tiny piece there. Like a tiny piece. Oh, it's just sticking to my fingers. So I'm going to do the stem now. I just got to glue this little piece here, because there was a piece that was piece of the bag. I've seen a lady do this too with a balloon. Get out of Dodge. Like she blew it up, not fully, put the twine on, and then she blew it up again. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that thing's going to bust. But it didn't. So there's my pumpkin. Does it look like it looks like a pumpkin to me, like where I'm sitting? Does it look like a pumpkin to you guys? But once it's done, like once you get the creases, like I can see the creases in here. And once you get it painted, then you're going to see it more. Then you're going to see it. But when you do, oh, I got a piece right here that has no paper on it. We can't have that. So I'm just kind of bending it and then sticking it in there. But I think with cheesecloth, I think that would turn out really, really good myself. Because cheesecloth is so nice and thin. Pumpkin is pumpkin. And you know, there's no perfect pumpkin. They're all different shapes. Well, you know it's a pumpkin, but they're not all shaped. Aquita, you're fine. Nobody's bugging you, you know. No one's bugging you. Okay. It'll be so much better when it's dry. Oh, there's another little piece. There's always another little piece, so I would suggest that you check. When it dried, you pop the balloon. Yep, yep. Yeah, you pop the balloon and there you go. Man, I got enough paper in here to shake a stick at. Okay. I just thought this would be fun to try because I've never done it before. And I just want to see how this, oh, I'm going to put another little piece in here. Well, maybe that piece. instead. And I'm just going to push it in there with my brush. And it just sits right in that crease. Perfect. Okay. Now I can work on the stem and make the stem thicker. There. Especially when you bring your kids. I was going to say, I guess I never did paper mache. I guess I have made Easter eggs with the balloons. Easter eggs with balloons? I've never done that before. This I'm just going to dip in here. Just a little bit and just cover it. So it's not like overly saturated with glue. And then I'm just going to wrap my stem. Can you see my stem? You can use twine on here too, like the thick twine if you want. There. I'm going to put a bunch of glue on here. And just like so. And just wrap it and then put more glue on it. Yeah, this is messy. Oh, heck yeah. But it's, you know, it kind of makes you feel like a kid again, you know? And who doesn't want to feel like a kid again? I do. Easy craft. But I don't know, like I've seen how they've made these. Like when I was talking about the deer moss, what she did, sorry, I didn't even finish what I was saying, did I not? She put it in her blender and she ground it down like powder. She made her cement pumpkins. She made 3 of them. A bigger one, then a smaller one, and then a smaller one. And she stacked them all. Made them out of cement, let them dry. Then she took her moss and she just put, well, you can use Mod Podge or glue, it doesn't matter. Little bit of glue in spots. And then she just sprinkled this deer moss on her pumpkins. Well, my gosh, were they cute. They were so cute. It's like, well, that is a really good idea. Oh, there we go. Looky there, looky there. Like if you want it thicker, we can go thicker. So I'm just putting the glue on the paper with my hand. This seems to work pretty darn good. What a mess, I'm telling you. And then you can flatten it on the bottom if you want, like kind of flatten it and then just kind of wrap it. So then it all blends in together, right? You know what I'm saying? But just little pieces. Oh gosh, there's a lot of glue on here. Sassy, curl that stem. Oh, I will. I will. I will. Yeah, I can't just leave my stem like that. No, it doesn't look right like that. I'm just putting this down like so, just for it to all blend in together. Like this would be fun to do with the kids, the grandkids. Or the grandkids, I should say. Like I would like a thicker stem. I'm telling you. I would. I find this too thin. Way too thin for my liking. I like a thick stem on my pumpkin. Oh, oh, the glue is crazy. There. Sometimes, you know, the stems get a little, where you like them all kind of weird. I could have used wire too. I can even, once this is dry, I might even do that. Once it's dry. Like I like to have a kind of a cockeyed stem on my pumpkins where they're not, you don't want them uniform. You want them to look weird. I don't like mine to look proper. I like it to, right? Sassy Frost, make it look a little. I like it when they don't look, you don't want it uniform. You don't want it perfect. There. How's that, Sassy? Is that good? A spooky one. I remember in elementary school making paper mache hot air balloons. Oh, see, I don't even remember using paper mache in school. Then we would paint the balloons part all different colors. Oh, wow. How neat. I don't remember doing that in school. I don't know if we even did paper mache. Oh, we probably did. But yeah, this is really sticky. I'm just making sure it's all. And even once it dries too, I might do. I don't want to touch it too much because I don't want to. It's starting to dry. I might give it a second coat and then I'll come back and then I'll paint it. But I want to have I want that other airbrush. I've got that other airbrush. I might have to get that sucker going. But it looks like a pumpkin though, doesn't it? And it's big. I'm just waking up. So I'll be good. Oh, she's talking to Tina. She's talking to Tina. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I might do a second round of glue once it's dry. Like it looks totally different in front of me than it does to you. Like I can see the creases, but once I paint it, I'll define the creases too. And then you'll know where the creases are. Okay, I've got a little piece right here that doesn't have, but what an inexpensive craft. And I'm telling you, you can make these things look pretty darn good. No, I can't. You can make them look pretty darn good. And then someone's going to come over to your house and say, hey, where did you get that? That looks pretty good. Well, I made it. Isn't it though, Kathy? I think it's cute. You know, like everybody wants to, well, maybe not everybody. But, you know, I like to make something out of nothing if I can. And if you can repurpose and use your old newspaper just to get rid of it, it's like, heck yeah. That's an idea. Because I wondered what I was going to do with this paper. I thought, what am I going to do with all this newspaper? My gosh. Oh, my flyers mostly. It's like I don't want to just throw it away. I want to be able to to use it. I seen a bald spot here. Where did it go? Right here. So I wanted to be able to repurpose my my flyers. Like I love it. But I really wanted to use my cheesecloth. Thanks, Steph. I think it's going to look totally different. I'm wearing my Christmas shirt. when it's painted. I think it's going to look totally different. Oh, I got a little piece down here. I'm telling you. I missed a couple of pieces here on the bottom. But I have to do the bottom too. But I got to wait for this top to dry before I can set it on something so I can work on the bottom. Because I want the whole thing covered. So, yeah, because I didn't do the bottom because then it's going to stick to my table and then I won't be able to get it off my table. So I don't want that. Hey, Ivanka, what's shaking, my little friend? What is shaking? Say hi to John. Oh, you're going to have to show us after you finish it. Yeah, yeah, I don't know how long this was. It's going to probably take a day to dry. And if I can get my other, I would love to paint it with you, Sassy. I would like to get my, I don't know if my, the other, my other airbrush will connect to, what do you call it? To my other little air compressor that I have with this one here. Because I've got a little tiny air compressor to this airbrush gun that I have right now. And it's only like this big. And that's what gives me the boost to airbrush. I don't know if it'll connect to the other one I have here or not. Instead of bringing the big compressor in here, which is way too loud, I ain't doing that. I don't know if it will. But I'm going to try and see if I can get this one working. Like, I used quite a bit of glue. There was a lot in here. So I used quite a bit. Shaking in my boots, I'll tell him he's sleeping. Oh! He's having a sleep. He's having a sleep. You're shaking in your boots? How come you're shaking in your boots, Ivanka? What's up with that? What's up with that? Oof. I used to have a small air compressor for doing cakes. Yeah. There goes my imagination, haha. Yeah, I've never had a little airbrush machine before, but when I started trying to get it going, I was excited. It's like, oh yeah, because I got a piece of cardboard so I could figure out the pressure of the air. So I just put water in the little airbrush. Oh my gosh. And I thought, well, I'll just use water so I can get used to it. That's what I used. It's like, okay, I'm ready for paint. Put paint in it, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't want to work. And I'm thinking, what on earth is happening? Is the paint too thick? But the paint I've got here says I don't have to mix it with nothing. So, I don't know. I don't want to wreck it because I want to be able to use it. Because using an airbrush, that's a whole nother deal. That's a whole nother deal there. So, there. Now I gotta let this, oof. It's starting to dry. It's getting really, really sticky. It's getting really sticky. But I'm happy with the outcome of it so far. Like, just out of a plastic bag and paper. Like, what the heck? Can't wait to... Yeah, I really would like to use my airbrush. I would not like to paint it with a brush. Like, look, this is my skin in real life. I'm serious. It doesn't peel like that, mind you. But my skin is so dry, I'm telling you. You know, this is what we used to do as kids as well. Excuse me. Put glue, and then we would just sit there and just peel it. Like we used to love doing that back in the day when we were, well, I remember doing it anyways. I don't know how many other kids did it. Maybe I was the only one. I don't know. But it sure feels kind of neat. It feels like you're actually peeling your skin off. Oh, sassy you should. Michelle, did you make your pot girl yet? You said you were going to make one. I want to see it. Oh, has everyone? Oh, everyone's done the glue thing? Really? Oh, cool. Yeah, I thought I was the only one in the kind of a freak there. It feels neat, though. It feels neat. It feels so cool. I like it. It's neat. But at least it washes off good. But I'm really excited to see how this turns out. But I would really like to show you my airbrush. Slim, they sell pumpkins at the store. I know, Ivanka. I've seen some really great ones, real ones that I do want to get because if I buy the real ones, I paint faces on them and I don't hollow them out. I leave them whole. But a friend of mine sent me a reel and I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. And they're with real pumpkins. Like, because I don't do Halloween, so I just want to do a fall decoration out front. Just kidding, it's going to be adorable. The Dollarama has great pumpkins, but they're like $5. I didn't pay $5 for this. Well, it sure looks like I didn't either, but I'm just saying. But after I'm done with it, I hope it looks like it's about $7. You know what I'm saying? So I like to, trash to treasure. Like it literally, it's well, it's not trash, but it's you don't need to keep your papers. So yeah, it's trash. It's trash. So I want to make it into something nice. I'd whittle one. I don't think I could even whittle one if I tried. I don't know. I'm not a whittler. I'm not a whittler. But I think it's going to turn out good. Once it dries, which I think, like, look it, I've got still tons of paper. I'm going to make another one, but I'm going to put weight in it so I can have it. I'm figuring out a way, which I think I could do with wire. Oh, maybe I should lift this up. So what I was thinking, because I've got this wire and it's kind of thick. Ooh, and it's really strong. So I want to put it in my plant pot. So once it dries, I can stick the wire in there, get it all painted and such, and have a long piece, or take one piece of wire and coil another piece around so the stem is thicker. Ugh. I can get skewers from our dollar store they're about this long, or they're even longer. And I can put one in here and then I can put it in the dirt and have the pumpkin like sit sideways, or you know what I mean? I can make my own floral decoration. I'm just saying, I always try and think of stuff like that. How can I prop something in there? I got my flowers in there, but I want a pumpkin or two in there. Okay, how am I going to get that in there? I don't want to just set it in the pot. I want it above. So that's what I think I'm going to do. If you go to Paper Mache here on YouTube, Slim, there's some great pumpkin ideas on there. I know, Joyce. I either go there or I go to I live on Pinterest. Usually I'll go to Pinterest before I'll even go to YouTube. I'll just start looking. Even at pictures, it's like I'll even look at a picture like the shelf that I want is made out of birch trees. So what I want to do is go get some birch trees way out here in this field, not live ones. I don't want to cut any live trees down, But the ones that are fallen and are not in the ground, I want to get those. And I want to make me a birch shelf. I want to make a birch tree shelf for my living room. And then I want to get some flat. I've got stumps in my yard. I've got a chainsaw. I can shave my shelves down to a certain thickness. I can use my air nailer or a screw or whatever and make a shelf. Slim's going to cut down the forest for her crafts. Oh no, I'm not cutting the forest down, Ivanka. I won't cut no live trees down. Everything that is fallen and not living, then I'll take it. But I won't cut a live tree down. No, I will not do that. No way. No way. I love birch trees. Me too. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm falling. It feels like I'm so the glue. But this was fun. I really enjoyed this. Like, I really enjoyed this. It's drying pretty good and it's sticking really good. Like, I'm impressed. I was a little I was a little iffy about I get iffy about stuff too. It's like, no, it's not going to work. Well, if it doesn't work, then we'll try again. But I know I have cement, but I thought, well, I'd like to make some plaster of Paris pumpkins to put on my thing on my table. I was looking at that today. I'd like another one, but I want one the length of my coffee table in my living room, which is not really a coffee table, it's a bench for my table. Look at that. I can't even see that. I want to make a bigger one, is what I want to do. Because I've got a ton of wood here. A ton of wood. So, hey, tea sleepers. You're helping me tonight, taking my mind off worries. Oh, T, I'm so sorry. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're not thinking about stuff. Aw. I know what that's like, sister. I know what that's like. I know. I get it. I don't know. Or congratulations. I've seen that you're getting a little something something there. I don't even know. You got your divorce? I know how I felt when I got mine. I got it in 2015. Was it 2015? No, wasn't in 2015. Was it in 2015? I can't remember. But I'll tell you, when I got those papers, I was the happiest woman ever. So, that's how I felt about that. Because there was really no reason to have that going anymore. So, get it next month. Okay. Well, sometimes that's a celebration in itself, right? You know, I get it. So was I. Yeah, I was, woo! Yeah, that should have never happened anyways. It should have never happened. But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have my son. So that's what came out of that. That was good. So not as happy as I was when I got mine. Also, there's been a few of us that have been there and done that, hey? Yeah, I won't do that again. I won't get married again. No. No. It's not for everybody. I threw a party when I got divorced. I don't even know what I did. I didn't go anywhere, but I know what happened was it before? I know we just moved here and it wasn't that long. Because I was conversing with my lawyer where I came from here. And then all of a sudden I got an envelope in the mail and it's like, I hereby blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, look at this. It's has come to fruition. Thank goodness. I got my beautiful daughters. That's right, Pamela. Ivanka. Yeah, I got my son. So, yeah. I don't think I would, I don't want to do that again. I have nothing against marriage at all. No. No. But it's not for me. Well, it's not for any of us. Just saying, in this house. None of us want it. We don't want it. We don't want to be married to each other. That doesn't even sound good, does it? No, we don't want to be married. Like we bug each other all the time. Like, because he always says, "How long we've been together?" It's like, well, I'm not telling you. You got to figure it out. When did you come and see me? When I was in Regina. So he's all, it's like, well, if you can't, I said, it's been a long time. I said, is what it's been. It's been a long time. So we get a kick out of it. John is my true love and my best husband. Yeah, he's good to you, isn't he, Ivanka? I've never been divorced. Good, Pamela, because you don't want to. But I can't imagine. But I saw the pain of. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, like divorce is different with everybody, right? And it's totally more different when you have children. That's the thing. And I should have thought, like, I had a ton of red flags, like a ton. And I don't know, like even the day of the wedding, it's like, you know what? I could walk out of this house, get in my car, nobody would be the wiser. I would just have to flag my mom down. It's like, let's go. And I'd have to get my best friend. It's like, we're so out of here. But I didn't do that, though. I didn't do that. And was I? And I think, no, not that year, the year after. Oh, I can't even remember. I can't even know. It was the year closer to 2006 than I found out that I was. Then I found out I was pregnant. It's like, okay, here we go. But yeah, that took a long time even for me to have a child. Like I tried to have a child many, many years ago with someone that I was with for what, almost 8 years. It didn't work out, no. But we remained friends. Like he was still my friend and I loved him to death. Like I still loved him even when we weren't together. He was still my friend. Like we worked through all that crap. So like there was no hate towards each other. But when he passed, that was a kick to the heart. It's like, wow, that was weird. So, but he was my friend. I had a lot of fun with him back in the day. Back in the day when we were together. But God rest his soul. He's no longer here now, so, and he hasn't been gone that long. But yeah. I think about him often too. Because it's funny because his Facebook page is still up. Like it's not closed down. It's still up. That's the weird thing. So when his birthday came around, boof, it pops up saying, it's so and so's birthday today. And it's just like, wow, this is so weird. And he's not here anymore. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know how long if Facebook even shuts it down. I have no idea. God saves the best for last. It was very hard on my girls. Yeah, see, I don't know. It didn't even fizz on Brooke. Because he was small when it happened, right? So, he has no idea. Like when he sees his real dad, he's just another guy. He has no idea. He has no idea who he is. And it's funny, when I was at the grocery store today, I went and got Brooke some chocolate milk. And I was walking down the aisle, and I seen this woman, and she had red hair. Not like a fire engine. It was like a strawberry. What do they call? She's a ginger, but it wasn't like a real bright ginger. And I looked at her, and it's like, oh my gosh, that looks like my sister's mother. I was just staring at her, not her face, but her back of her head. And I was like, oh my gosh, Brooke, that looks like your grandma. But she was a little bit bigger than his grandmother. And it was so weird because she walked by me and she turned to me and she smiled. And it's like, holy cow, Brooke, does she ever look like your grandmother? That is so crazy. And then she came by me again and she says, it's kind of funny. You look at something and you look and look and look. You're looking for like a half an hour and then you finally find what you're looking for, but it's not in the spot it should be. And it's like, I was just staring at her. I didn't even know what to say to her. And I was like, wow, you look so much like my late son's mom, our grandmother. And she's like, really? And I said, yeah. I said, this is so crazy. Because sometimes when I see people like that, it makes me think, am I looking at her for real? Is it her? Like it's a different lady, but it was like she was there for a reason for me to see her. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like when my mom passed away, I had someone knock at my door. It was a man, and they were supposed to redo the windows in this house that I was renting. And on his jacket, it said Cease, CEC. That was my mom's nickname. And when I opened the door, I looked at him and I looked down to his pocket and I'm thinking, what on earth is happening right now? Is that my mom? Is my mom in there? Is she here checking on me? That's how I think sometimes. Might be a little weird, but it's like, what on earth? I've never seen anyone have that name before. Then I went back outside to see if he was out. He wasn't even outside. It's like, what just happened here? And my cousin is the same way. It's just like, is she here to see if I'm all right? I don't know. It's weird. You know what I mean? So that's when I seen that woman, I just like Brooke's grandmother's name was Nancy. And I looked at her. It's like, wow, you look like my son's grandmother. She's like, do I really? And it's like, yeah. Just give me a minute and just let me stare at you. I just stared at her. I was so floored. Her hair wasn't as long as hers, but it was the same color. Her skin was the same. She had similar features, and it's like, Nancy, is that you? That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to ask her what her name was, because if she would have said Nancy, I would have like, all right, Brooke, we're out of here. We gotta go. But it's so crazy, you know. I've always heard everyone has a twin. Yeah, like this woman, she was a bigger lady, so the body type wasn't the same at all. But man, did she ever look like her? Like I couldn't believe it. It's like, is she here checking up on us? You know what I mean? Because I've never seen any signs of Brooke's grandmother at all. So I can't wait to tell his aunt about it. I just want to see what she says. So it's kind of neat. It was kind of neat. I've always heard, yeah, yeah. They say everyone has a twin. That's what I've heard too. Oh Lord, I wonder what mine looks like. Look out now. I don't know. It could be kind of scary. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's just nuts. It was nuts. But I've never seen anyone like even when my dad passed. I can't remember if I've gotten any clues or whatever that he's been around, or like my mom I have, but I don't know. I probably have with my dad. I just can't remember. But it didn't freak me out, but it was just weird. Like stuff like that, I always think, is that you? Are you checking up on me? So that's what I always think when I see people who look like family who's passed away, or usually they're no longer here. It's never usually someone who's still living. So the lady looked like my deceased grandmother was looking at me when I was looking at her. Isn't that weird though, Seppi? Not in a bad way. I just say weird. But what do you do? Like you just stand there and you're just staring at this person and you're kind of speechless. And that's how I was. Like I thought, snap out of it, man. She's going to think you're a freak. You're just sitting there looking at her and not saying nothing. So I'm still listening. Got hungry. Oh, making a bagel. Oh, those are good. Bagels are good. It was my hometown, but she was visiting. Yeah, I just find that just crazy when you see people like that. It's just like, wow. You just sit there and you look. And that's what I did. I think I stood there and I believe it felt like I sat there and stood at her for about 2 minutes. But I was walking and I was looking at her. And I thought, geez, Louise, say something to the woman. She's going to think you're a freak. So I spoke up right away. She was really, really nice, though. Really, really, because I said, I'm so sorry that I'm staring at you. I said, but you look like my son's late grandmother. And I just sat there and looked at her. I was like, this is so odd. Like, they didn't dress the same, but it's just the look of her. I was just freaked out. I couldn't believe it. I don't know. I don't know. Like my mom used to tell me these crazy stories when she was younger. Like when I was younger, like I would always bug my mom all the time. Now, don't forget, us Canadians are different than a lot of people that are in the States. Doesn't matter what country you're from or whatever, everyone's not the same. Like a lot of people don't believe in Halloween, and some people do, and blah, blah, blah. So when my mom was alive, I think I've said this before. Like she was quite close with her dad. Like her dad was her world. She was close with her mom, but not as close as with her dad. She'd do anything for her dad. Well, she would for her mom too. But her and her mom would kind of, they'd butt heads like my mom and I used to. And it changed though as my grandmother got older. Like she came and lived with us and everything, and the whole 9 yards. It was all good. And when I don't know, I believe my grandparents were still alive then. I think. I think they were. They've been gone for so long. But my mom had this really bad dream. And she got up one day and I was like, what's the matter? It's like, you look like you haven't even slept. And she says, I've been dreaming a lot lately. And some people have bad dreams that they can't describe it or what's going on or whatever it or what it means. But she would always dream of water. And it was puzzling her. It's like, I don't get what's going on. It's always water. It's always a bed of water. There's always water there. Nothing else. And she couldn't figure it out what was going on. So I think this went on for about a week. And it was a day, I don't know if it was a weekend, but I know she was home. Oh, she wasn't even working then yet. And she got a phone call, and my uncle had passed away, and he drowned. And she got off that phone, and she looked at me, and I'm thinking, what on earth? Who's that? Like, you just looked shocked. She says, your Uncle Chester died. I didn't know him. I didn't get to meet him. Chester? Was it Chester? Uncle Chester? Gosh, like my grandmother had like 17 kids. Like, how do you keep track of them all? Yeah, it was Uncle Chester. Chester? Was it Uncle Chester? I think it was. I think it was. And here he drowned. And then her dream stopped. The water dream stopped. And I looked at her and it's like, well, that is weird. I never thought nothing of it. Months go on. The dreams are coming back. And now she's dreaming of uh, car wrecks, like crashes and stuff. Because she told me, she's like, I'm having these weird dreams again, but I'm dreaming about car crashes. And I'm thinking, what on earth? She got that call. I don't know if it was that week or not, but she got a call. Her brother passed away from a hit and run. And I'm thinking, oh, frick, frack, man. What's going on, lady? And like, how do you explain that, right? Like, I don't know. She thought, gosh, I can't tell anybody. People are going to think I'm crazy. And it's like, no, mom, I want to know. I want to know what's going on. That was all said and done. So as we move on with our life, the dreams start again. And she says, I'm dreaming again. And it's like, now what? What is the dream? It's like, don't tell me it's a car crash or anything like that. Because who's it going to be? And then when you start thinking about it, you're just waiting. Okay, what family member? Or who? Is it one of us? Then it was a dark sky, and there was three women. She could see three women. I was like, well, who were the women? My grandmother was in there, and there was two other women with her. And I believe it was one of my grandma's relatives or something had passed away. And like out of the blue, I just looked at my mom. I said, Mom, I said, are you a witch? Like, that's what I said to her. I was like, are you a witch? Like, not a bad one, but like you can see stuff going on. Like, you're getting all these crazy signs. Like, what is happening here? You know? Like, she kind of laughed at me a little bit, and it's like, well, like, not in a bad way, Mom, but you're having these dreams and they're coming to light. Like, stuff's happening, you know? I wouldn't want to go to sleep. I know, right? I know, right? Like, it was weird. Like, when my grandfather passed away, my mom would dream, like her dad. When her dad passed away, she was dreaming every night. I could hear her from my room talking, full talking, and she's talking to her dad. Well, I got out of bed when I don't know what time it was, and her, like, my door was here, her door's here because that's the hallway. I came out, I turned her bedroom door, and I opened it really slow, and I listened, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try something. So I went in there. She was sleeping on this side of the bed. So I sat, well, really close to the foot on the opposite side, and I listened to her talk. So her and her dad are having a barbecue. And I thought, oh gosh, I wonder if I could get in on this conversation. Yes, Seffi. I get bad feelings and call the people up. Usually they have big stress at the time. Extrasensory perception. Yeah, it was just crazy. Like, I would get in the conversation. It's like, what are you guys doing, Mom? You guys having a barbecue or whatever? I just start talking. She'd answer, yeah, me and my dad. And it's like, cool. Then I would just listen, and then I would listen to her talking to my dad. She was actually having a conversation. She's laughing and giggling. No, I think I sat there for about 20 minutes and just listened to it. It's just like, wow, this is amazing. But not even know anything about it the next day. Like, I didn't want to say anything to her. It's like, well, I came in your room last night, Mom, and I listened to you having a barbecue with Grandpa, you know? Like, even if I would have, it wouldn't have bothered her. But just about every night, Like she couldn't get over his death. It was like it really hurt her hard. It really hurt. Like to like even a song, boof, she's crying. Like even after my dad passed away, a certain song she'd hear, she lost it. She was with my brother one day. She just glanced at him. Kelly's not even my stepfather's son biologically, but she's seen how Kelly was walking or however he looked that day, and she saw my dad and she lost it. And it's like, holy cow, man, that's crazy. Because I know when because I watched my dad pass away. I was with my dad when he took his last breath. And because my brother was sleeping in the chair, I slept on the couch. I got up. I just sat up. I slept for like 30 some hours that time. I don't know why I slept so much. I got up. I looked at my dad. I looked at his stomach. He was still breathing. It's like, okay, he's still here. And I don't know what made me do it. I gave Kelly a whack on the arm. He got up and he's looking at me. I was like, it's time to get up. So that was at 6:15 or 6:20 because my dad took his last breath at 6:21 in the morning and I watched him take his last breath. And then my brother freaked out. Oh my God. Oh my God. What do we do? What do we do? I said, calm down. I said, go to the nurse's station and go get Lois. And Lois was our aunt. She was married to my dad's cousin. I said, go get Lois, bring her in, just let her know what's going on. I said, she's got to check everything. So she checked and she looked at me and she said, yeah, he's gone. I was like, okay. So then Kelly's freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go home and tell mom. I was like, calm down. I said, yeah, we'll go home and we'll let mom know. So it was pretty early in the morning. I said, just give me a minute. Let me say my goodbyes. I want to say goodbye to my dad. So Kelly was standing by the door with my aunt. And my dad was like, well, he was like covered up to here, like with the blankets and everything, and his hands were straight out, and he was like laying there. And I took the bed thing and I lowered it. And I laid beside him. And Kelly's like, what are you doing? You can't be doing that. And it's like, you know what? You and Lois, my aunt, you guys aren't telling me what I can and cannot do here. I am going to lay beside my dad and I'm going to say goodbye to him, whether he's here or not. I let me say my goodbyes the way I want to. So it's like, leave the room. Just go to the nurse's station, Kelly. I'll be out in 5 minutes. I want to say goodbye to my father. So I just laid there. I just laid there on his shoulder. I just laid there. And then I got up. I said goodbye to him. And then I got Kelly and then I went to my mom's. And I had to ring the doorbell because the doorbell went, like the door was locked. So I rang the doorbell and my mom opened the door and she looked at me and she says, he's gone, right? And I said, yeah. I said, he's gone. And she's like, thank the Lord. He's not suffering. I said, no more suffering, Mom. No. Because she was like praying that he would go, right? So there's no more suffering. I said, Mom, he can't feel any pain right now because they had him so full of morphine, right? Because he had cancer. So I said, he's not feeling nothing, Mom. He's not feeling nothing. He's comfortable. He's comfortable. But I said, I totally understand. You don't want to see him like this, like day after day after day. So he got to the hospital the night before, and then he passed away the next day in the morning. So I said, no, it's all good. I was with my mom like that. Yeah, it's like it was kind of crazy, like I've never, like even in the hospital because he was in a bigger city, and they said, heard the nurse, well, if he stops breathing, do you want us to resuscitate him? And I'm thinking, who on earth is she telling that to? I lost it. Like I'm serious. I lost it. I was loud. I was obnoxious. I think I said a bad word. I said, "What the do you think?" You're darn right. I said, "You're going to lotion up those paddles and you're going to stick it on his chest and you're going to bring him back." Yeah. Like I just lost my cool. And my uncle was there on my dad's side. He wasn't even my uncle, but I called him uncle. And he took me down the hallway. Not in a mean way or anything, but he was always the one to make things better. Like he like put me against the wall and it's like he was talking to me, you know. It's like he said, "I get it. I get it." It's like, "No, you don't get it." Everyone just wants to do not resuscitate. It's like, "Well, he didn't sign that order." I said, "No, they will resuscitate him." Like I just lost myself, right? But like I calmed down after a while. But my mom didn't say nothing. She didn't get mad at me. Nobody got upset with me for being a freak because I'm the only one who freaked out. Nobody else did. I did though. And I made it known. Like even the nurse in there when she's filling out charts and stuff, my mom was in there with my dad and she's talking to him and I looked at her. She had tears running down her eyes, everything. She was like she even said to me, "I'm so sorry." Like she got it. Like she knew what was going on. So it was kind of crazy. 2:04 a.m. forever embedded. Yeah, it's weird, when you get a certain time, like I'm positive my dad passed away at 6:21 a.m. Brooke was born at 5:21 a.m. So those two times I will never forget. So, but like even when my mom passed away, like my brother took that like, whoa, I've never seen him ever cry like that before. Like I looked at him and it was like I was like, holy shit, is he going to be okay? And that's what I said to myself. I used that word, ASHIT. I was like, holy shit, is he going to be okay? Like, he doesn't look like he's going to make it. And I was thinking, is he going to do something stupid? That's what I thought. And he still hasn't gotten over it. He still hasn't gotten over it. Passed at home, I lost my mind. Yeah, like it's hard, Like I remember the guy I was with when my mom, because my mom had an aneurysm. She didn't pass away from it. She overcame it because she had surgery. Was she a totally different person after? Oh yeah, like night and day. My mom wasn't strict, but she liked a clean home and she liked stuff put away and nothing just laid out anywhere. She was never like that. And we had to, as children, don't hang your coat off the banister. You hang it in the closet where it belongs, not off the chair. And that's the kind of woman she was. So we always knew when we came home, we took our coats off and hung them up in the closet. We didn't hang them on the banister or off a chair or nothing. But after she had her surgery and she overcame her aneurysm when she came home, I did a little test. I wanted to see if it would be different. So I remember when she came home, took my coat off. I knew she was tired and I knew she'd want to sleep. I took my coat off and I hung my coat off the banister. And it's like, I want to see if she gives me heck. She didn't give me heck. She didn't say nothing at all. And I thought, whoa, this is weird. In a heartbeat, hang that damn thing up. She'd say to me, hang it up. This time, no, nothing. Nothing was said. And it's like, wow, this is so weird to have her this way now. Like she was just a totally different person. It was just so weird. So weird. But yeah, that's a little tidbit of my life. But I remember getting heck with the person that I was with when my mom was sick. He said to me, "You're not even crying." And we were going to sleep for the night. Boof, those covers came off. I jumped out of the bed and I thought, you, and I gave him the what for. Is like, look it. Don't you tell me what I need to do. I said, my mom is in ICU right now. I've got a father and a brother who are losing their minds because his wife is in the hospital and his mom is in the hospital. And they don't know if they're going to lose their wife or their mother. So then there's me. I need to stay strong for these two men and take care of them and their emotions separately. So I have no time to sit here and cry because I've got a job to do. But if you don't like it and if you want me to break down, I can, but I'm going to be losing my shite on you in like 4 seconds. Because if you don't like it, get your plane ticket, your bus ticket, your train ticket, hop it, and go home. You don't need to be here right now. Like, I lost it. I was a total bitch to him. It's like, no, I can't do this with you, mister. I've got other priorities, and you're not one of them right now. I've got a father and a brother who need me. So I don't have time to cry yet. I don't need to cry because my mom is going to be okay. And my mom's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. She was okay. Like, she was okay. So it was, I don't know, just it's tough. So I've been through a lot of stuff too in my life. You know, like a lot of it I don't talk about. I didn't lose, like even with my marriage. Like my marriage died. So technically, the way I look at it, he's gone too, right? It's almost like a passing. It's like a passing. I look at it sometimes like that. And it's hard to bring it to light, to even talk, like even now, even to talk to Brooke's dad. It just takes me to a really ugly place and I react in a really ugly way. So I just, no, no. The better me has come alive now. She's here now. This is how I should have been when I was married. But he did not bring her out. So, but yeah, like I'm just living my best life now. So, but yeah, it's just kind of weird. Was that way for me too? Like someone passed away. Yeah, it's almost like a different kind of passing, you know? Like a totally not where you're gonna cry about it or anything. Like it's sad for me. The only way it's sad for me is because he won't take the time to know his own blood. That's where I have the issue. You know, he won't take the time. You know, you wanted to have kids at such a young age. Well, you got to, buddy. You got to. One's older, one's younger by a couple, 2, 3 years. So, but you don't want to get to know your blood. But I'm the bad person. So, you really didn't have to do that. No, I like to every now and then, Diana, you know? Silly Putty, hello. That's a cute little name. Silly Putty. I used to play with that stuff. Silly Putty. I haven't dealt with things till now because I had my granddaughter to think about. Yeah, like divorce is even a big thing. Like it's a big thing. At the time when it was happening, I didn't but I'm telling you to dig. That's where I felt like a private eye because I didn't know where he was located because I needed to serve him papers. Because here, you got to serve him papers for the divorce. I'm just going to shut my window. Oh my gosh, my dogs are out in the dark. So I had to serve him papers. better let my dogs in. I'm going to just take you for a little walk. I want to show you something. So I had to serve him papers, but I didn't know where he was. And it's totally dark in my house. Oh my God. There's no lights on or nothing. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. Like, it's just dark. Sorry, you guys. So I had to serve him papers, so I didn't even know where he was located. I was like, where is this guy? I don't even know where he is anymore. Come on. So I had to get a hold of some friends. And I did that to see where he was. Oh, I got to get my stuff. And here I actually phoned. A friend of mine told me that he was in jail. And I thought, okay, I need to find out if he really is there. And this is in Regina. This is about a 6-hour drive from here. So I thought, okay, how am I going to find out that this guy is actually in jail or not? So I got to look up the phone number. So that's what I did. I looked up the phone number for the Regina Correctional Center. So I phoned there. And I said, hello. I said my name, and I said my last name. Lena, what are you doing? And I said my last name. And I said, I would like to know if so-and-so is in there. And I gave them his name. And she says, can I ask who's calling? I said, this is his wife. Because technically, I was still his wife. She says, give me 1 second. I said, okay. So I don't know if she was looking down this thing. Hey, Denise. And she says, yeah, he's here. I was like, no way. I'm thinking to myself, is he really for real? She says, yeah, but I can't tell you why. It's like, I don't need to know why he's there. I just need to know that he's there. Then I phoned my lawyer and I said, yep, this is where he is. And that's where he got served his papers. So, and that's when it started, when the ball started rolling. So it took a little bit, but I just needed one little bird to spill the beans because I heard it from a totally different person. I was in a totally different city. So, and how long, so that's how long. And how long, so I know that's how long I don't even know what you're saying, Diana. So yeah, he got served there, and I think it took a bit. It took a bit for me to get my divorce, but it was worth it. Couldn't run from you there. No, but I didn't think he'd even know that I would even find out. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because I was in a different city. But I had a lot of friends in my hometown. So one of my friends called me and says, I heard something from a little bird. And I was like, oh, I said, what did that little bird have to say? She says, this is what was told. She heard this is where he is. I said, okay. I said, give me a few minutes. I'm going to phone there. I'll call you right back. So it took me about 15, 20 minutes. I called her right back and she said, so, is he there? And I said, yep. So it's, that's what I mean. Like a lot of people think it's like, ooh, you're never gonna know where he is. It's like, well, give me a little bit. I'll find out. I'll find out where he is. Yep, I'll find him. It took me some time to find him. Yeah, but I did. But even back then, he said, I was going to go for custody of Brooke, but my lawyer told me it wasn't in the cards for me. No shit. It wasn't in the cards for you, buddy. I think about that now. If he ever went for custody of Brooke, I wonder how my son would be right now. Because I don't think he'd be the way he is now. He'd be a totally different kid. Totally different, and not in a good way. not in a good way. So it's like, yeah, it wasn't in the cards for you. No. And technically, it's kind of sort of not in the cards for you to even be a father in real life. That's how I feel. You know, it's a lot of hard work, Michelle, but it's worth it in the long run, you know? It's worth it. I don't feel bad. Like, I don't even feel bad for the stuff I say. Because it's true. Like, it's true. It's not to be mean, but what have you done for him lately? And it's weird, because we talk about this all the time. Like, with like gifts and stuff. Like Brooke's child support that he gets. That's supposed to buy him Christmas gifts. Now I'm just saying, if it was me paying child support, don't go buy him a gift out of the child support. I'll buy him a gift separate. But hey, we're all different people, right? I just find that a little weird. Slim, he will regret it someday. I don't know. I don't know, Michelle. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Myself, I don't. No. Because it was always about how he was treated as a child. Well, I'm sorry that you got treated that way. But that doesn't mean that you have to carry that on either. You don't have to be the way your parents were. You're a total different entity. Even from my cousin said the same thing. I will never be the mother that my mother was. And it's like, no, probably not. And she never was. She was a totally different mother. It's like, well, now, like I've said to him, you are acting like how your mother treated you. That's what you're doing to him now. But it's like, it doesn't click in kind of deal. But then they have a hard time hearing that stuff too. Well, and a lot of them don't like the truth either. So, but I don't, hard work, try being married for 60 years. Oh gosh, farm wife, I don't know if I could do her. I don't know if I could do her, I'm telling you. I probably could. If you're with the right person, then it's not hard, right? It's not hard for 60 years. Oh gosh. No, mine is what, 16? I couldn't get past the 7-year mark. That was my dilemma. Like 7 years would be, oh, poof, and it'd be crash and burn. Then we're done. It's like, oh my gosh. I mean, some people have a capacity, some people don't have, no, they don't. Would either, but he had a lot of regrets before he passed. Yeah, well, there's some people are, but you know, why then have it then? You know what I mean? That's when it's like, whatever, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, would I feel bad if something happened to his dad? Probably. Yeah, I probably would feel bad because it is his dad. But man, he's young. He could like turn this stuff around, you know? He can, no, I want to hang out with my son. Like, I find it so hard. Like, he's not that far away. You want a relationship, but do you want a relationship? Or are you just saying you do because it sounds good coming out of your mouth for 5 minutes? You know what I mean? That's where I have my dilemma. And I have my issues with that. It, like, big time. Because my dad wasn't there for me. But I had a really good stepdad who took over his position. And now, Brooke has that now. Lena, he's got a great stepdad that took over. It's like, nope, I'm going to be your dad. And I'm going to be your dad for the rest of your life. And I will take care of you. And he has. Like, It's totally different. It's totally different. You know, I don't know. It's weird. Oh my gosh, I've been on here for over 2 hours. Holy crap, I better get off here. I better get off. What time is it? Holy cow, it's after 8. Jeez Louise. I better get off here. It's like pitch black outside. Step up or step out. Yeah, it's just so weird, you know. It's just, I don't know. I just shake my head sometimes and I don't understand it. He doesn't know how, maybe scared or just doesn't want the responsibility. Yeah, I don't know, Helen. I don't get answers to those. I try and be, well, there's a time, the last time I think I talked to him, I lost myself. I was yelling. Well, I was talking loud, not yelling, and I was crying. Because it's like, you know what? You need to step out of your bull crap and quit playing the victim here. Your son is autistic. You can come and go as you want. Get on that stupid Harley of yours. Go ride with your people. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. He can't do that. So, like, it's, I don't know. And just the stuff that I've been told. If your marriage is suffering that bad, dude, get your wife on your bike and go take her for a ride. Lena, quit. That's what I mean. That's what I got the conversation of. My wife doesn't want me to call you. Then don't call me then. But your wife knows that we have a son together. That's the stuff that I can't get over. I don't care if your wife likes me or not. She plays like she does like me, but she doesn't want you calling. Well, we have a kid together. He's 19. He's childlike. Does she not care? She has grown kids that can work, drive a car, do whatever they want. He can't. It's almost like you can do this, but you can't do that. And if I'm in the picture, well, then there's none of that. It's like, you know what? You have him. He's your husband. You keep him. I don't regret anything. I don't even know if we're even friends, but sometimes I can barely fathom I don't know. I just get mad right away. That's immature on her part. That's what I thought. Don't call your ex-wife. And it's like, holy cow, well, we're not making plans. We're not going camping. We have a kid together. Yeah, he's 19. Like, that is the immaturity. And then he said, well, she still thinks I'm in love with you. And it's like, my stupid response is, yeah, because you probably are. That's how I talk. That's what I say. Well, you do. You probably still do love me. It is what it is. If you love me, you love me. It's not a bad thing, but it's not that kind of love. It's not that kind of love. So, yeah, I thought the same thing, Helen. It's just like, geez Louise, we have a son together. She knows exactly what that's like. She's not with the father of her children. So she knows exactly. Did the father come and see his kids? I don't know. Not that I want to know. It's none of my business. But I think so, Michelle. When you hit a certain age in your life, insecurity stops. I think. Like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Maybe it don't. Maybe it don't. I used to get like that even in my 40s. I'd be like that. But it's from hanging around with people that give me all these red flags and make me snap out. I'm just, if you're going to act like a brat, I'm going to call you out on your crap. Sorry, it is what it is. What's your problem? I don't know. It's just like, oh my gosh, that's why we invited him to the grad. It's not that, let's hug it out and we're good. It's nothing like that. It's to see him graduate, come around more to get to know him. There's no phone calls. There's no nothing. There's no nothing. He hasn't asked about him since July. That's what I mean. But I'm the psycho, right? I'm the psycho. Just saying. I'm the psycho. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, on a good note, stay away from Brooke. Yeah, like he is such a good kid, you know. He's such a good boy. Like even Shane says that all the time. He's like, he's such a good boy. I was like, I know. Like he's 19, but we call him a boy. I never, you know, because he is so childlike. He's so childlike. It's like he's still my little boy, you know? And he still acts like that. And I love it. Like, I love it. I think it would be weird if I saw him driving. It's like, later, Mom! You know, like, what on earth are you doing? You know, that's just, I would find that so weird. I would find that so weird. That's sad, but I know what you're going through. Yeah, it's like it's hard sometimes. Holy cow. The chat was just going, boom. Just so, yeah, he's such a good guy. He is such a good guy. He's got a ton of love in his heart for like everybody. So, but yeah. So I thought I would just share a little fun. There, now you know me a little bit more. So, and I'm hoping my pumpkin turns out. So I'm going to hopefully get my little, that little paint gun running, and I'm going to find my other one and see if I can get that working. I hope that hooks to my compressor, because that would be awesome. But I might give it another coat of glue and before I even remotely try and paint it. But hopefully I can paint it with my airbrush and show you how it works. Because man, it's a neat little toy. Like, I'm sure everybody's seen an airbrush, but still, it's just neat playing with that thing and just watching the paint come out. It's so neat. Hi, Myrtle, how are you? And looks like she's 16. The other one is a nurse delivering babies. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, you are still the girl I always knew. Oh, gosh. Yep. That word, Helen. She told me a word the other day, or was it yesterday? I can't even remember. But I remember the word, and boy, did I laugh. I'm telling you, it's like, oh, your mom, she's a smart woman. I'm going to use that word one day. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I should get off here. I've been on here for 2.5 hours. I'm glad everybody came in and listened to me and seen my little craft here. I can't wait to see how this thing turns out. I'm really pumped for it. You're very welcome, Sassy. You're very welcome. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. You all have a blessed night. Thanks, Larissa, you too. Thanks to my moderators for coming in. It was fun. I had a good time, Joyce. Sometimes it's nice just to, you know, tell a story. Like, there's a lot of people that don't know nothing about me, right? So, but it was just about my family and how my mom used to be. And yeah, I miss those days. Like, there'd be anything I'd wish for her to just, I'd love to ask her if she's still a witch. Not in a bad way. Like a good one, not a bad one. So yeah. But yeah, I had a good time. Buckwheat, you just relax now. It's 8:30. But I'm going to go, so I hope you all have a fantastic night. I will see you soon. It's like sitting with old friends. Yeah, all we need is a darn fireplace. I wish I had my outdoor one going. Another great luck. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, I had fun. I like chit-chatting with everybody. So hopefully I can get my thing running and we can do that next time. I just got to let this dry and stuff. So you too, Silly Putty. That's a cute name. Everybody have a great night. I enjoyed everyone being here, my silent viewers, whoever out there in the background. Have a super, super, super Wednesday night. And I'll see you tomorrow somewhere, sometime. I don't know where, but I know we will bump into each other. Good night, everybody. Take care. Good night. You too, Seffi. Good night, everybody. I could just watch the chat roll. Good night, sweets.